seen it. Wonder if you ever did it. Wonder if you ever lived it. I wonder if you ever seen it. I wonder if you ever did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the Flash Season 7 finale. I have for you guys right here on the screen the official synopsis, because the synopsis gives us more information as to what's going on in the episode instead of listening to all of the BS theories throughout Twitter and Instagram. So here it is. The Flash enlists a host of Speedster Allies, including, this is the main part, including Iris and his children from the future, Bart and Norah West Allen, to end the Speedster War and defeat a deadly new adversary, the villainous Godspeed. So now let's break this down a little bit more, because a lot of people they're super excited about this. They're so excited that they're trying to connect invisible dots. Now, breaking down the first part where it says Iris. Yes, she will be a speedster for the episode. Now, here is the toss up. We don't know if she's going to be a confirmed speedster for this episode, or is it Barry going back in time to get Speedster Iris? Now that's something very interesting. That's also something that I haven't seen online people talk about, because when we go back to that time where they swapped powers, which wasn't really a swapping of power because she didn't have power, but basically she had Barry's power for a day and then they were able to get Barry back his speed. Now she was a speedster in that moment, and that could be one of Barry's allies to use in this war against Godspeed. He needs all speedsters. Now, next part of it, it says Bart and Norah West Allen, which are the children that are going to be appearing in this episode. Yes, we're going to have Norah West coming back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to have first time appearance of Bart Allen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know in the comics and everything like that, he doesn't have a son named Bart. It's actually his grandson. But for the show, they're putting a spin on it. They're going to have Bart and Norah be the twins for Barry and Iris. So, tornado twins, if you will. They have officially landed. But there is another part of this to break down. The very first sentence, Speedster Allies. So we took care of the Iris part. She could be a speedster for the episode, or she could be a speedster brought in from time travel. Then you have from the future, you have Norah and Bart coming to the present to fight this war. Now, who could his other allies be? Well, you have Jay Garrick, who officially is going to be a part of Stargirl Season 2 with the Justice Society of America. So he's going to be over there, I guess, mentoring and, maybe there for like cameos and stuff like that with flashback scenes. But he will come back for this episode, for this war, because he's going to be very, very useful. Obviously, he still has his speed and he's very smart. You know what I mean? He's mentored Barry and he's helped him a lot of times. So I believe he's going to be coming back. Let's see, who else could he enlist? Reverse Flash. Now, of course, this may be a bad idea, but at the same exact time, ladies and gentlemen, in Reverse Flash, there is still a human being that exists. There is still a mentor figure that basically created the Flash that we see today. This guy molded him into the hero that we see today. He has taught him everything. So I would definitely say Barry would look to go back and try to find him wherever he may be and ask for his help because Barry has done it multiple times before. He has gone back in time to ask him for a favor or two. And although Reverse Flash still may ultimately want to kill Barry, I believe he's going to help him out in this Speedster war because when it comes down to speedsters, there's always got to be one bad guy that has to be the best. There can't be a bunch of them, you know what I mean, coexisting. So when you think about Godspeed, you think about Reverse Flash, you think about Zoom, you think about Savitar. Those four big names, out of all four of them, only one of them wants to reign supreme. So I believe Reverse Flash is going to come back and help him. Jay Garrick is going to be available to help him. Zoom might actually be available to help him, but what part of Zoom is going to be the main factor? You know what I mean? Are you going to go far as back as getting him before he revealed himself as Zoom? You going to go back and get that version, or are you going to just go back and get regular Zoom, or are you going to get the Black Flash Zoom? So that's going to be very interesting. And then Savitar, obviously. You know what I mean? Going back to get a version of himself. Yeah, it sounds kind of crazy, but I believe those are pretty much all of the Speedster allies that he can enlist for his crew to take down the Godspeed and the clones of Godspeed. Thinking back even further, we had Eliza. I don't think they're going to go back that far with Trajectory. We also had Jessie Quick, but it hasn't been officially confirmed by anybody that she was, a part of this episode. I don't even know if they went to talk to her about it. But one official confirmation that we know is not going to be present for this is actually Wally West. And it kind of sucks because you're doing a Flash family centric kind of episode, and to not have him, it really, really sucks. But you got to understand that the actor, he wanted to move on with the project. And honestly, I don't blame him because they weren't using his character properly. We thought he was going to have a nice arc during the Flashpoint situation where he was the main Flash, and then silly Barry comes in there using his powers and exposing himself, and then, a disaster of a timeline. Speaking of that Flashpoint, you also had the Rival, a speedster villain for Wally West. Now, Barry and the Rival, they don't really know much about one another, so I don't think Barry will go back to try to get him either. But you never know. You know what I mean? This episode is up in the air and people are excited about it. People are connecting the dots, but I think the main dots is going to, align towards Jay Garrick returning, Savitar, Zoom, Reverse Flash, Iris, Bart, and Norah, and Barry. So I believe that's a total of 8 names that I just mentioned. I think that's going to be his team. And obviously, he's going to have the help of the rest of Team Flash, which includes Frost, because she's no longer going by the name Killer Frost. So she's going by Frost. Maybe Chill Blaine will be there to help out if he sticks around or if he comes back, because he did that whole magical disappearance act at the end of that last episode. You're going to have, who else? Well, that's probably it. Oh, yeah, guest starring. John Diggle is going to be a part of this episode as well. I don't know if he's going to be a part of both episodes, but he is actually back in Central City. He went to Metropolis, you know what I mean, originally. Then he went to Gotham to see a doctor and everything like that. And now he's back over here in Central City. He's supposed to be here to help Barry with this Godspeed war. And by the looks of it, since it's a 2-part episode, that means the war and him helping out, obviously the war escalates to where Barry has to get all hands on deck. So that's the official synopsis. That's my take on who I think is going to appear in this episode. One more time: Jay Garrick, Savitar, Reverse Flash, Zoom, Barry, Bart, Norah, and the rest of Team Flash. So no Jessie, no Trajectory, no Wally, no Rival. Um, Also, no Flash from Earth 19. If people really want to take it that far as to how many speedsters we've seen over the term of 7 seasons, there is that Flash from Earth 19 with the purple lightning. Oh man, we really, really wanted that Flash to have more of a, more of a appearance and more of a story, but we didn't really get too much from that Earth. All we did see was flashes from him, no pun intended there. But I believe that was the accelerated man from Earth 19. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything in the comment section. If I missed out something, please fill me in. Let me know what I missed out on, or if you wanted to add on to what you think, could be going on with this episode, let me know in the comment section as well. And also leave a like on this video.